Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the time where we give away a T-shirt for somebody. So
we need to work on that title.
We do need to. This is just a monthly competition we do via our Patreon, where we go through every month and we have a different idea. And I didn't actually think of what next month's is, but this month's was to draw a picture of Karl, and anybody who is on our Patreon gets access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, and that's where we host our monthly competitions, and whoever is chosen as the winner gets to pick a free t-shirt from the Psycho store, which we collaborate with, where you can either get the Fact Fiend merch or you can select a t-shirt from the Psycho apparel store as well. Apparel, because Karl keeps me saying like apparel.
Oh man,
apparel.
I got an angry message the other day because I pronounced aluminum like Americans do. I'm like, stop pandering to Americans. Like, man, imagine that being the biggest issue in your life right now.
So yeah, as I mentioned, this month is to draw a picture of Karl. We've had, some more submissions that I'm going to show because they weren't actually like drawings. They were just like, here's a picture of Karl with a filter over it like Brad's done here, I presume.
Did someone use AI?
I don't know if anyone specifically used AI, but I think some people use websites to generate stuff and things like that.
Okay.
So I've gone through and picked like what look like legitimate drawings of Karl.
So I was about to say, like, who's this handsome fellow?
And it doesn't necessarily need to be hand drawn. Some people have obviously gone to the effort of drawing on PC and stuff. But yes.
But I do know where that photo's from.
You do?
Yeah, this isn't an actual submission. I did this.
Yeah, this is just a preview of like Brad's little thing that he whipped up in a second to just
Where's the picture from?
That is when I went to the Great Wall of China 10 years ago, and I still own both that t-shirt and backpack that I'm wearing. I can actually see the backpack from the thing over there.
I still see you use that backpack quite often, but for some reason I thought it was from your China trip, but I couldn't pin it.
You can tell because he's still got hope in his eyes.
You still own that thumb and hair?
Yeah.
I do.
Look how big the Andes are, so you can tell it's before I started working out.
So without further ado, we'll move on to our first actual submission.
Who's this from?
I won't be able to see the names with the way I've got it previewed on my thing now, but when we decide a winner, I can look up the name.
Okay.
The way the Discord is worded is some of them have just I guess it's maybe a privacy setting of it just shows the first letter, then ...
Mm-hmm.
So, we might not be able to say the name of the winner because some of them have just been like that, but I still have them on Discord, I'll still be able to contact them. Yeah, but I guess that's just for people's privacy. They don't necessarily want to be sharing the name.
And then just sending pictures of your dog.
And has anyone seen any of these pictures before we start?
I've tried not to know. I generally try to avoid this.
I've seen them.
I've seen a few, yeah.
Okay. So we'll go on to the first one. I was not prepared for that to be so big on my screen. It was just
that could be drawn by a 5-year-old or a 35-year-old.
And that's the thing that I specifically said for this competition is we want them to just not be super long drawings or anything.
It's pretty close. What's the weird rainbow dildo?
The one thing that's not accurate is that this rendition as Karl has skipped every leg day possible.
I never skip leg day.
Karl does not skip leg day, I can confirm.
Because of the photograph muting some of the colours, it looks like you just got a big moustache.
Oh yeah.
I can't unsee the big moustache.
Yeah. What's the thing on the desk, do you think? Does it look like a candle on a dildo?
I think they're both dildos, aren't they?
Yeah.
Two dildos.
They kind of look a bit like bongs as well.
They've both got little proper bases too.
Bongs or dongs.
But I guess it's Smallwood and Bigger Stickers, which I presume would be the big dick on the table.
Yes, I own neither sex toys nor a bong. I have need for neither.
Karl does always he does always come with a floating pint glass next to him though.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of that.
Accurate.
Mm.
To be fair, they try to draw hands, and that's about as good as I'd do.
Well, that's the thing.
Hands are
Wolverine hands.
I to demonstrate how crude a picture we expect. I drew a picture to post on the Discord, and it's not obviously a submission. I went for Karl's wearing a green screen outfit, so I don't have to draw limbs and hands.
That's pretty cute, though. I like that.
It was just how can I get away with not drawing any difficult thing?
The Rob Liefeld tech.
Yeah. Oh, but moving on from bigger stickers.
Can I just say,
I love the simplicity of it.
it's so abstract.
This was a 2-part submission by somebody, and this was like they were like, "Oh, this is the attempt number 1. Can I post like the second other picture that I drew?" So
Yeah, okay.
This attempt as well.
Why? Do you know that episode of The Simpsons? Where, like, Mr. Burns is an alien. And he's like, I bring you love. So he brings us love, get him.
In the first one, it kind of looks like Karl is the green screen because it looks like he's got legs.
It looks like
Yeah.
the little Karl, like, but that's how the green screen suit would work, right?
Yeah.
He's invisible on the screen, but then you could see his legs underneath.
I
They're
suppose.
apparently drinking just a test tube full of beer.
The largest of beers. Do you know how big that green screen is? That's like one of those the giant yardstick ones. Like
Yard of ale.
You're just like, experimenting with your own beer in your own lab.
Can you go back to the other one and zoom in on the face? Is it possible to zoom in? Because that is like the most horrifying face. Like, imagine that coming at you. It looks horrifying.
Brains you love, Karl.
Imagine that just coming at you on a night.
This looks like the sketch of like a cryptid.
Yes.
The Green Man.
The Green Man.
So obviously, as we keep going through, like, bear in mind like which ones are your favourite drawings and that.
Also, as well, the perspective on the mess is like I'm walking forward, so it looks like I'm coming to kill you. Because it looks like
you're coming out
a portal.
You're coming out of a giant green
You can emerge from any green surface and get people.
just offer you a beer.
That would actually be a really good power set for like Karl's green screen.
Isn't that like the
persona.
Spot's power? And like that new
Essentially,
Spider-Man
yeah,
movie?
like you would be like the green screen version of Spot. Just like just wherever there is a beer, Karl's hand will appear.
I like that. That's a good tagline.
Oh. And speaking of the Green Man,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking rad. I like that.
Spider-Man hand as well.
I like that I'm lean. Look at that. Look at my legs. They've got my like super extra long legs in the go over side.
you've got a bit of muscle. You're quite lean. You've got some flexibility about you.
It's like, that's it. Look at me just looking like some sort of cryptid of the night. Just for a night on the town.
But yeah, as you say, Brad, that's a proper Spider-Man pose.
Thing is though, I reckon I could do that pose.
Well, Karl, you've said it now, haven't you?
Well, I don't know if I can do it on
You've
screen.
said it now, haven't you?
So it'd be like one arm across the thing, doing like the. You can't see it though, can you? But yeah, I could do that pose.
Just hear the rip of his trousers.
Like, thanks to Kathy Smith.
Thanks to Kathy Smith. But yeah, impressive.
That's pretty rad. I'd be terrified of that man.
Just that's the worst thing is like you never see him come in until like the limb just appears out of the green screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is from a submission, and it's because the German of this Animal Crossing character is Karl, and I respect the graft
You
of
didn't
like,
specify Carl Smallwood from Fact Fiend. It was just implied.
yeah. So
That's pretty dead on.
I'm going to
Zoom
draw
in
a
on
picture of Karl from Animal Crossing in German.
Zoom in on that. I like that. What's the little pictures have big ears? The thing is, I've got massive ears.
Little pictures have big ears.
I have got some fucking jug handles side of my head.
So I appreciated just like the flexing of the rules with this one. You know, I'll take it.
Liberal interpretation of the rules.
Mm-hmm.
There was no one in the rules said they couldn't do this. He was just heavily advised against it. That's pretty dead on as well.
It is,
It's
yeah.
got his 1,000-yard stare.
Just like more of like a Stewie Griffin head than Cole does, but like Cole cross Stewie Griffin, let's go.
Yeah. So it's just midway through sneezing.
Ah, there we go.
Oh.
We have just this one. The MS Paint Karl.
The thing is, though, that's fairly accurate to my body type because I have a weirdly long torso.
Just a stick.
So I find it so difficult to actually get like shirts that fit. It's like I have to get extra long ones because I have a really long torso.
Let's open Photoshop while this is going on and turn Karl into that shape.
Oh, God.
No, don't do that. What does it say on the phone though? Is that just the hand? In
Oh
the
no,
background?
that's a beer.
Oh, does it say beer on it?
If you zoom in, there is a beer.
So Do you know what it is? It's the details that make it.
It is.
Like, they didn't have to
Pretty
go. They did not have to put this much detail in what they did.
They didn't have
I
to
just really
draw
appreciate
Karl
it.
perfectly to scale.
No. I don't think my
Robocop
neck's
is
that long.
awesome as well. That's pretty accurate. You would say that.
Karl's known for two things: a weirdly long neck and a weirdly long torso, and tiny arms and legs.
Not my 3.5 foot long neck.
I thought you were going to say his name for two things: beer and RoboCop.
That may be true, and the green screen.
They haven't capitalized the C in RoboCop though.
But like we've seen, an element of just what's the fact fiend Karl Smallwood branding a green screen on a beer. It's like
It's strong branding.
it's strong, and we have another
That's fucking rad.
That's so cool.
as the Super Saiyan, and he's wearing the same T-shirt.
They knew. They fucking knew. See, I kind of want to just reach out to that artist, the one who drew the cool Spider-Man pose. Like, hey, I'll give you $10. Send me the
I
PNG.
believe the Spider-Man pose and this one were submitted by the same person.
Okay, because that's just real fucking cool. Like, it's way cooler than I am with way better muscle definition.
It's like, got a little.
Oh, that's really cool.
Like
Is that a Kamehameha or is that a Final Flash?
that looks like Kamehameha to me.
Yeah, because the Kamehameha is two cupped hands and the Final Flash is the one hand behind, isn't it?
I think that's the Gallic gun.
I was going to say that's the Gallic gun.
Gallic gun, sorry, yeah. Final
I
Flash
think
is...
Final Flash is
that
it's
way,
the hands that way.
Sorry, you
So that's Kamehameha, that's Final Flash.
I just want this drawing, but it's actually Super Saiyan 3 where Karl's got long hair and no eyebrows.
No eyebrow. I can't stand the no eyebrows.
You don't need eyebrows when you've got the fucking brow ridge of a god.
They use the eyebrows for the long hair. That's where they go. They disappear into the long hair.
They get sucked in.
The gravitational pull is too strong. And we've got the next one.
Imagine getting so buff.
Alright, Slender Man.
The cursed Karl.
Robocop fucked.
I love how the video camera shows my true form.
Yeah, it's like this is what you
notice
like when
The
the camera's on
suggestion
you.
that no, I'm just this weird amorphous entity. What is this wall?
The green screen's taped to the wall as well.
I do
Oh,
like it.
nostalgic.
This is filmed from the fucked bunker. And
That's actually amazing. That's actually incredible. So the camera's so detailed and my face is just...
That's how you look when we're trying to do the focus.
It was a joke early on that you didn't have any legs, so clearly
I've got
take
legs.
one step
arms.
further.
I
got
didn't realise
2-inch long
the
legs.
long torso came with gigantic arms.
Maybe it's perspective.
You tell yourself that, Karl.
Yeah, it's just all perspective.
hmm
It's who thought of it?
But again, the continued trend of Karl having a very long neck. New fat fiend.
I never... That's the thing, isn't it? You never know what part of yourself other people notice first.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I've got a weirdly long neck.
I don't think that's an accurate representation of just your body, Karl.
It's got the same shaped head, though.
You do have the slightly suspicious haircut.
I do.
The one in the preview of the camera's fine, but then it's just the straight line. It's like, ooh.
Yeah. You got the block. You got the Gary Oldman from Fifth Element fringe going on.
And next one here, I didn't notice there was the little loading in the middle. Yeah, this is Karl opening a bottle of beer with a kettle lid specific.
Okay, 'cause I thought why have I got I'm wearing someone else's face and I've got Thanos's Infinity Gauntlet.
I respect it. It does look a bit like you've got a Hannibal mask on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've also got the Mega Buster.
Yeah.
Because I've just got Mega Man's Mega Buster. Now I can see that if that's the kettle, yeah, I can see that. Because I did do that once.
You did open it with a kettle once.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one.
No, it was years
I
ago.
was not.
Yeah, I
was
think
not
I have
there
as well.
for that.
Opened it with a kettle once, yeah. But yeah, what's going on my face? It looks like I'm wearing a Hannibal mask.
It does.
I
Can't
mean,
want to see that.
it's like the all of the detail went into the beer bottle and the shirt, and then went, oh shit, there's a head there.
Yeah.
We need a head. It's
They
fine. I
did
can't
get them
do
like
a face
angular
on that
elbows.
either. Carl's spiky elbows.
Like my perfect right-angled elbows and my penchant for having legs that are as thin as drain pipes.
Moving on from Hannibal Carl. Like the shaggy Carl.
Shaggy Carl. That's really cool.
Bonely.
Little bonely. The only thing I'll say is I can't grow a beard.
I think that's
can't even grow.
got like the thin chin strap going on.
Yeah, I can't even grow that, annoyingly. I can't even grow that. But that's really cool.
It is really good.
The skeleton is why like fucking hell. Bonely's been on the fucking protein. Look at him.
Bonely's been transported into like Doom.
Yeah, he was like a Doom skeleton.
Yeah. Oh, it's a real good one though, and the big.
That's really cute. I like that.
The wrong bet on the t-shirt that Karl would be wearing in this video, but I really enjoyed that one. I think it's a weird thing. I don't think I've seen people compare you to Shaggy before.
I guess the haircut.
Yeah,
and the penchant for green.
It works in this story, and I think it looks cool.
Yeah, like Shaggy is he's tall, he's lanky, he wears green t-shirts.
Normally, it's just you look like Bo Burnham. Like you don't really. Yeah. You look like a white guy with brown hair.
Which is Bo Burnham, I guess. Skinny white dude with brown hair.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Like Shaggy Carl. And then I think this might be the last one. And another cursed Karl appears.
Karl. And then Brad lol.
Do we even need to look at any of this?
Oh,
what I don't get is why his face is just like half of the front of the car and not the entire front of the car. It's just kind of like meh.
Maybe that's just because like when he needs to look to the left or the right, that's like shit.
Yeah. It was like mid transformation.
That's just how Karl rolls.
Kyle.
I like how Karl has just been broken by this.
Lucas, I'm sending you a final submission in a general chat.
You send in a submission.
It's the fact that you even drew Brad it back.
I just said I have not seen any of that, and then all of a sudden, it just came like, oh dear.
I think it's because so much of it is like dead on to my face, but it's just on a cat.
I guess if you've tabbed out, you might have to trim the video out of this bit.
Hopefully, hopefully that's not fucked up the entire recording. Thanks, Brad.
That'll be fine.
But
just cut that bit out. Just put the voices in.
Yes. So hopefully this just lets me transition to the next picture, which Brad just sent in of the accurate Karl. No, it doesn't.
That is so strong.
Look
at the details. Look at Brad. He always like, help me, please. And I've just got no cares whatsoever.
Brad lol.
Okay,
why am I inside Karl?
Because that's where you live. That's where you edit.
In the ample rear end.
Bear with me, and I'll just put this one sec, and then go to.
Sorry, Lucas. I didn't realise it would cause so many problems.
We are back, and just because Brad wanted to add an addendum onto this, so I thought we could all bring our memories back to this glorious face.
Amazing.
So I'll just do a scroll back through. We've got smaller and bigger stickers. We've got the two green screen.
That one's fucking incredible.
Like entry 1 and 1.5, 2.0.
It's rad.
Screen Spider-Man. We got Cole, the Karl. Robocop is awesome, and bear in mind, the end of this now, Brad is going to show us what Karl Photoshop to this proportions is going to look like.
Would look okay.
We have Super Saiyan Karl.
Rad.
We have Slenderman Karl with the Robocop fucked bringing us in. We have Hannibal Kettleman. Shaggy Karl.
Shaggy Karl.
And then we have Karl.
It's the Brad at the back who's like, "Help me, dear God, please," and I'm just like so nonchalant, like Karl is having none of it.
This is what Brad wanted to bring to the table.
You know what? Not bad.
You didn't put the beer in his hand. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't have time because you got to the last picture and I didn't want to take any longer.
It's pretty close.
that does remind me of Stretch Armstrong, though.
Yeah. I'm smiling.
you really,
Can you identify where that picture was taken?
On top of a mountain.
It was on top of the mountain, yeah.
You can tell by just like how pink Karl's face is in that one, because you've clearly been like battling against the cold.
The element chest.
In jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah. But yeah, if you thought that the sick man was of good proportions, then this is what actually it would look like.
It would look like. And you know what? Good proportions. I agree.
So we're gonna do what we did last time, and I'm gonna say like everyone vote for 2.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's difficult.
it is hard to keep scrolling through.
So I think personally for me, the one that I think was the most I like the one that's that one because it's the creative use of my name. So that one would be, and there was another one, and then the me walking out of the green screen just for how horrific it is. That one.
This one.
That's my number one.
So this is your number 1, and then
That's my, like all the other ones fantastic. Like the Karl made me laugh my ass off, but there's something about that one that's just so unsettling.
It's not something, Karl. I think I can pinpoint exactly what it is.
It's like doing like a kid draws something and they think it's cute, but it's actually fucking horrifying. He's got that energy about it, and I really appreciate it.
So I'm gonna say this one gets 5 points, and we'll give Cole like 3 points, and I'll take submissions.
Yeah.
I guess I'll say mine next.
Yeah.
Because like I think this one's maybe my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the cursed Karl, and I'm gonna give Shaggy 3 points as well.
Shaggy Karl.
So Shaggy gets 3, and the Slender gets 5. For me.
Just only on the protein.
Wish, like this one gets like the extra special mention of being super cursed. And
that gets like
idea.
Yeah, what's the word you use for that? It's like when you nominate something. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Yeah.
Like Karl,
mostly for Brad in the background.
Like a great. I do love the little trap Brad.
Mr. Fatty saying help.
So trapped Brad, where do your votes go?
Yeah, I think my top one is Cryptid Karl coming out of the screen.
What this one?
That one.
Just something about it that I'm drawn to.
And what I really like about it is that we've now the lore of the Green Man has now been birthed.
Yeah.
And I guess for second, I think I might pick the Super Saiyan one actually.
Super Saiyan one's really cool. Yeah,
I really like the art, and I think the pose is really well drawn.
Yeah, it's really immaculately well drawn.
Yeah,
it's just not cursed enough.
Said Karl, like that's the kind of drawing like you actually want to reach out and like. You know, that's the kind of drawing you want for fan art, but for the sake of like a silly competition, I do like the dumb ones.
Yeah, I think that's what my choices will be because I love that one and the Spider-Man pose one, but I'm going for the weird creative ones. I think I have to give my favourite to the Karl one.
The Karl.
Very strong, yes.
And then I'm going to say the cryptid as well for my second one.
Okay, so that's our winner then. The green screen.
And that's the thing. Every time you look at it,
green screen.
There's something about it that gets worse every time you look.
All the other ones are great, but just every time you click on this one, the face gets worse.
And it gets a little bit more zoomed in every time.
It's got an eye, but has it got an eye?
It looks like the person who drew it with a fucking knife. Like they drew it thinking about me on fire.
And I do appreciate that that's how it's worked out. Is like we've had some like genuinely very good drawings, and like I've appreciated like seeing people's creative visions and stuff, and like some clearly like talented work going on. I love that we've come to the actual equivalent of that frog meme that I mentioned last time.
Yeah.
Like the second place is the picture perfect, immaculately drawn frog picture that is something like the Super Saiyan one or the Karl. Yeah. And it's like, and then first place is just the little like meme frog.
Yeah. So remember that winners were decided by votes.
Like this has been voted for by committee. Everyone but me voted this as one of the top 2.
Why would you not? That's my background on my phone.
We'll check. I'll just check quickly, see if
who that was.
If we
I know who it was. I've just looked,
okay.
I'll just say it was drawn by someone's daughter.
Oh wow!
Yes! Yes! Okay, so in which case they win the T-shirt. They get the T-shirt.
That's incredible.
Because it was I think it's pronounced Lady Clegane posted the one which was just a floating beer, and then said my daughters saw mine. And hers turned out way better. She's also a fan. So I said,
you know what?
Post it.
That makes so much more sense. Like, do you know what I said? It's like a kid drew it but doesn't realise how horrifying it is. I called that exactly right.
I love that because I didn't look at the comments because I didn't want the comments on the pictures to sway me too much. So I just saved the pictures, checked. But you've just checked now, yeah.
Yeah,
that
makes perfect sense.
Who it was.
Yeah.
That we all got beat out by a child. And like, so that's the interpretation from the child of this drawing, and that's why I paired them together, because I saw it was like you said they could submit another one. It was like this is another version of it. I just didn't see that they'd said like this is a daughter's rendition of this picture.
Yeah,
fucking flawless. No notes.
Incredible, and I'm even happier that one was. Oh, that's incredible. And as I said, I did have an idea, but because I have a memory of a sieve, I've forgotten what that idea was for our next month's T-shirt. But I will, obviously reach out to the winner, and next month, if you're supporting on our Patreon and you're in our Discord, then you can participate in next month's competition. And over there, at the start of the month, I will make a post and describe the competition for the month.
And remember, it has to be of equal or greater quality than what you see on screen right now. So tough competition.
It's tough competition. But yeah, I just want to try and, make things a bit silly and stupid rather than it always being like, something that necessarily requires a lot of like skill or anything.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
I want it on my wall.
We should get that printed out for Karl.
Yeah, we should get it, send it to the PO box. I'll hang it up and put it on my wall.
Thank you everyone for joining in and watching, and thank you guys for helping me out with this and coming and reacting to everyone's lovely pictures.
Perfect. Cheers, everyone.
Bye.